Hello everyone, welcome to my video. I'm just going to show you a little bit of what I've been doing, and then we're going to embellish some tags. I am feeling so much better. I woke up early, jumped out of bed full of the joys of spring. I've done some washing, I've helped my daughter with one of her nursing assignments. I have posted lots of letters on my and parcels from my Etsy, because hooray, we're back on international postage. This cyber incident, which has been almost 2 months, appears to be over now, and I'm glad good old British Royal Mail didn't give in to the bribery, that the money that was wanted from whoever had done stolen or done whatever, who had not stolen, they'd interceded the security systems for Royal Mail and sort of blocked them. Anyway, that is all being dealt with, and we're back on postage now, which is fantastic. And I'm glad they didn't pay the ransom money, that's the word I'm looking for. I've got a few shadows because it's beautiful and sunny outside, so I'm sorry about that. Other news is I'm going to have a new craft room, which will be slightly bigger than this one. And the best thing is, it's one of the guest bedrooms, but we're going to do it gradually, and so I can transfer things up there, so it'll allow me to have a really good sort out in this room as well. So I'm well pleased with that. If I do still cough, I've got a slight cough, but nothing like I previously had, so I have got a drink with me. I've been dyeing fabrics. I've done the Robin Dudley House to dye for course, and this is the silk velvet. Look at that, look at that. You can see the shine on it because of the sun. That is going to be a journal cover. Well, I've printed 4 or 5 like this, so I'll be using 1, 2 for journal covers, keeping some for myself, and I'll be putting some in my Etsy shop as well. And that is silk velvet. I was so terrified to dye it. I've had the velvet about 8 months, but only just dyed it because I was so frightened of doing it wrong because of the cost of the silk velvet. So I'm really pleased with how that turned out. I did some cotton, vintage cotton trim as well. That's there, so that's beautiful. And I've done a lot of these trims, so I will be selling some trims. That was another snippet in the oranges, so that is great. It's going to be great that in my with my spookettes. This is another really pretty one. Aren't they lovely? Now, some of the man-made fibres don't do as well. I don't know if you can pick up the colour on that. It's a very, very pale, pastel-y greens and bluey silver colours. And the same with the butterflies. But even though they are pastel, I was going to coffee stain them or something, but I thought, no, them pastel colours will look lovely on something. So that is what I have been up to. And the when was it? Last week when I did the masterboard, I wasn't feeling 100% that day, and I had the ticket disaster. Well, I went back to my tags and I embellished them further. So these are the tags. I'm really sorry about this light. So I've done further embellishments. I did a couple of basic ones with you, but what I do, I sort of do them basic, and then I keep going back and thinking, oh, I'll just do a bit more, I'll do a bit more. Those are some of the tickets that turned out okay. That one, I put some vintage jewellery. This is the one that I did with the with the stencil and the like polyfill, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, that's one I did with the stencil. I've put some ribbon on it, and I added a piece of vintage earring. And that was another one that I've done with a little butterfly pique. I've used some of the, put it in there, you can see the sparkle off the diamond dust. So what I'm doing today is I'm revisiting the masterboard pieces that I'd cut out, and I am going to decorate them. Oh, this came this morning. This is some gauze, cheesecloth gauze. So I'm going to do some fabric dyeing on this. I'm going to put that in my shop as well. That is that. That's all I had to show you. Right, so I've got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 labels that I need to finish and embellish. So this is the, you know, the punch I said was the ribbon punch. That is how the ribbon is supposed to go through. So it goes through the 2 little holes that are made and put your ribbon through. I've actually secured the ribbon on the back so it didn't just pull out, but I think that's a different, pretty way of doing your tags instead of just the circular punch at the top. So do I want to embellish this further? I don't think I do actually. I think it's pretty enough with the gold and the little boy, but I just wanted to show you how I'd done the ribbon. So that one's done. So we're down now to 4. So let's move them back. So this is one that I'd done from the masterboard, and I stitched around it, and I've cut the holes there with my ribbon punch. So I wanted to add more embellishments to this, so that's what I'm going to do now. And I must thank everybody for the lovely comments I've been receiving while I've been while I was poorly. Everyone was so concerned. It was really nice. I've got everything except my doodah. So this is cut from the masterboard that I made. I'll put the masterboard link below. The 2 holes punched for the ribbon to go through, and it's just stitched around. So I'm just going to go around the edge. I haven't got my glass mat there, otherwise I would have done it like I like to do it with my glass mat. There it is. It's just to the side of me, stood up against the wall. So excited about getting my new craft room. How amazing is that going to be? So for on here, I want to put a ticket, a tag, and this little journaling card. This one I stitched around a few times. I added some cotton threads and a little Tim Holtz figure there. Let's go around that one. I feel full of the joys of spring today. Yeah, I do, because it's sunny outside as well. It's so much nicer, isn't it? Let's do this. That little tag looks a bit crooked at the top. I'll have to straighten that up. A ticket. Thank you to everybody, particularly Carol, who gave me photographic step-by-step instructions on how to make a row of tickets. So I will practice these techniques, and I will do a video on how to do a row of tickets. Now that one hasn't got any anything on the back there to write on, so I'm just going to use some of my paper scraps, tear a piece and stick that on. Yeah, so thanks Carol, thanks everybody who gave me the tips on how to do the tickets. So good doing a YouTube channel, because you know you get warts and all, don't you? So if I can't do it, I'm not ashamed, and I love it that you've helped me, so I do know what to do. I'm putting that on there. Then on the front here, I'm going to put some of my Pritt stick just sort of randomly over. I'm going to take some of my printer's foil, put it shiny side, main frame, yep, shiny side down, rub it on, and then just tear it off, and And there we've got the gold. You see the gold on there. I'm sorry about that. This shadow down the middle. I don't want to shut the sunlight out though. I love the sunshine too much. Right, so that's done. So what I thought, I'd put this little, I've got a little glassine bag. So I thought I'd stick that on the front. And then put these other bits in it. I could put that sort of like that. I quite like the writing on it that says Seal Ease, a Dickinson Robinson Group product. So let's just ink this. I'm going to make this into a little pocket. Oh, I thought there was something inside it then, it's not. Let's do this. So when I get things and buy things, if I like the little packaging they're in, this was something vintage I bought. If I like the packaging, then I would keep the packaging. So I think we'll put that on there. And if we can tuck that behind there, can't we? So I'm just using tacky glue. That will go there. So I want it down here and across the bottom. I give it a big squeeze then, because I've not used it for a bit. I thought, oh, I'll just give it a big squeeze. And it came racing out. So that can go on there. This, which has been, I have put a piece of paper on the back. Let's just tutty it up there. That can go there. And if we put these, so we can put a ticket in there. This one, I don't know what's happened there. It's just I don't know what shape I've cut that. I've done that one. I've not been so good. I don't know what I've done. That looks better anyway. This one, let's get my little thing of vintage bits and bobs. Glue this on. Glue these. Save all these little strengtheners. Let's put one on there and one on the back. Stick them down. There's some space for writing on there, so that's fine. That one, there's a bit of space for writing on as well, so don't need to add anything to the back. Let's just move that. And let's put some coffee dyed string. Just have this jar at the side of me, and I just put any of these label strings or whole strengtheners. I just throw them in there and then use them as I need to do. Come on, not like that. Pop that one in there as well. Now this does look a bit bare, so I'm going to just runge it up a bit with my pink. Alright, put a bit of the gold on actually. Let's just do that and get my gold. That looks nice. I always do this one shiny side down. It's printer's foil. I have got other colours, but the gold is my favourite. And we could put should put one or two. Put a daisy on. So I'm halfway through sorting out my Etsy. I've still got a few orders to do for abroad, but I've got some boxes from the post office. I am going to pack those this afternoon. I've got some racks that I want to send out, and also just put a bit of pink on that. I'm going to send some racks out, and I'm going to use, I've got a basket of scrap paper here going, can you see? going to make some little clusters. That's my plan for this afternoon. So that's on there. Should we put a word on? A word I just think I'd look nice. This one says, asked my mama, I think it says. Let's put that one on. I'm going to print some more of these tags out too. I've got these from Tracy Fox, and I've got the number ones. So I'm going to print some of these out and get these waxed as well for use. I love them, but I adore them waxed. I was watching Tina from Tatty Treasures this morning. Is it Tina or Tina? Is it Tanya? And she was Tina and Tanya one's from Tatty Treasures, sorry. One's from Tatty Treasures, one's from Dabby Doo Da. One's Tina, one's Tanya. I think it's Tanya from Tatty Treasures. And she said that during lockdown she got a daughter to cut all these labels out. I thought, what a good idea. What a good idea. She gave her like £1 or something, a couple of pounds for doing it. But I thought, what a good idea that is. How lovely is that? That's really pretty. I'm coming to that point where I need to stitch this pink journal and then put all the embellishments in. But that is one of my worries, is the stitching. It's not something I enjoy. And then I was going to put it in my Etsy shop, but at the stitching group that I go to, Textiles, Bolton Stitch and Textile group, they said, oh, bring it, then we can have a look at it. So the next meeting's in a month, so I'll take it to that meeting and then I'll put it in my Etsy. But I am I don't like the thought of all these people looking at my work and assessing it. I know there's a training day on the 1st of April. They're doing like a study day, and it's printing on fabric and batik. But my husband's football team won the semi-final of the Papa John Pizza Cup last night. So we're all going to, my son-in-law, my hubby, and then my son-in-law's brother and dad, and there's quite a few of them all want to go to Wembley to watch the final against Portsmouth, and they want us girls to go with them. So it's like, oof. But we won't be watching the football. We might go into London or something for the afternoon. So that'd be interesting. But last night, because they'd won, hubby was like, they were cheering and all sorts. They got home at 11:30 and then just watched it again on the TV. I'm going to put them in there. Yeah, they watched it again on the TV. So they'd literally just come back from the match and then watched it again. That'd be interesting to leave as like a flip up, wouldn't it? I watched it again. I'm like, you've just come back from the match and now you're watching the match that you've just watched, so they could critique it further. But my husband, he's going to be 63 this year, and he doesn't like to admit that, but he's going to be 63, and he was a thug last night, a football hooligan. And the side railings around the football stadium, it was Accrington Stanley, it's only a little tiny stadium, and they were stood at the front and they were next to the railings, and Bolton scored the second goal. So he jumped up on the railings cheering, and one of the stewards came to him and knocked his legs from underneath him. So he fell off. I shouldn't laugh. He fell off then the railing, and there was a policeman nearby. I said, you know, Russ, that's assault. You should have done something about that. He said, well, I shouldn't have been on the railing. So I said, was there a sign to say that? And he said, no. He said, but I should know better. So he, they like swept his legs from underneath him and he fell off the railing. What a hooligan. My son, who's 26, was there with him, and he said, I said, what an example you've set to our son. And my son said, I know. He said, if I turn into a football hooligan now, excuse me, we've only got my dad to blame. And I said, well, I can't argue with that, son. So, what a bad example. And about sweeping him off the railings, and the police was nearby and never said a word. Said I would have had that man for us. That was assault. Doing that, I want it to come out a bit over, so that when that's shut, you can just see a little bit there. Right, that's nice. So I want to put these tickets in. So this ticket, I'm just going, it's a bit wobbly, so I'm going to put something down the middle to help firm it up. I know, I'm like really shocked. So my son-in-law texted and he said Russ has just been swept off the railings, and we thought, swept off the railings? And he literally was swept off the railings. Let's just put some ink around that. So I've got plans to do like a little altered envelope, like a little ephemera holder altered envelope. So that video should be coming up soon. And just get crocodile out. What was the other one? There's another. I've got two specifically lined up that I want to do. Just make a hole in that with my crocodile. Just eyeball that. Get my little label, my little strengtheners out. So, has anybody got plans for this weekend? So the plan is, because all good plans this week, we've had a bit of an up and down week, so everything that was planned has not come into, well, semi come into fruition, but it's been, there's a good reason for it, personal family reasons. There's been a good reason for it, and we've just had to deal with it. But this weekend, there's just me and hubby here so far, so I'm going to book us out for a meal on Sunday. Go to one of our favourite restaurants, the Cool and Cotton. It's a pub restaurant at Boothstown, and we will go and have a nice meal together. And they do sort of the best cocktails known to man. So that's that one done. So I'll just the writing space on the back. The ticket. Edge in the red. It says Quebec on there. Quebec. So that's Sunday. That's Sunday afternoon. So my plan is to have a crafting weekend. What do you think of that? So I want to do another video this weekend. I want to do it on one of these envelopes that I've been working on. And I want to get some things ready for my shop. And I want to do a bit more around assembling the felt, the silk velvet. And I at my craft group on Tuesday I was learning slow stitching. I'd always thought I'd done slow stitching wrong, but I've been doing it exactly right because there is no wrong way. So I was doing my slow stitching, and so I want to carry on with that. So I can do that in the evening. This has got some things overlapping, but I quite like it on there. Let's just put a bit of journaling space on there. Friday I'm at church. I've not been to church for way over a month because of being ill. Because one, I didn't feel like going. But two, I'm frightened of some of the elderly. They might have picked up that horrendous cold and flu that I had. Oh, this says, oh, your life be spent, something, 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 and love divine. Say that little wish is mine. Oh, I don't want to cover that up. Let's put that in there as well. There we go. So I thought I'd put a little bit of napkin. I've got these lovely napkins. I've got these little tiny roses in my shop. There's a sale on in my shop at the minute, 15% discount sale. So I'm going to just put this on there. Yes, because I'm trying to get new things ready to put in. I think the sale is on until this Sunday, the 26th. I've had is it 10%, 10 or 15% sale? That's pretty. And let's just put some of that glue over. You know what I'm going to do, don't I? I'm going to get the gold. Oh, lovely. Can you see? That's lovely, and that flips. Well, when it's empty. When it's empty, we've got a little secret journaling space under there. That I think is really pretty. Should I put one of my daisies on the front? Yes, I think I will. What have I done there? So I've got so many lovely bits and pieces, you know, from keep going to my daughter's up in Durham. I have collected so many little pieces of pendants and jewellery on unusual things. You'll have seen some on the video a couple of videos ago. So many bits and bobs. So I'm going to put some in my shop. So I went online, and I don't know if anybody follows Witchcraft. Do you do? It's not like witch as in W-I-T-C-H. It's witch as in W-H I-C-H. Witchcraft Do You Do? So they had some lovely printables on there, and they are sort of like cards, and it says on the top trinkets, buttons, that sort of thing. So I'm going to get some of my trinkets and buttons and things, and I'm going to put them on those cards and put them in my shop. I think those would look rather nice. Just getting some of these pearl strip. Actually, let's get a longer one. I was foolishly, in fact, let's just cut that. The other week I was trying to take these off individually. Then I realised they actually come on straight. So I was taking them off individually and trying to perfectly space them, thinking, how on earth does everybody get them so perfectly spaced, when I realised they were on a strip. Sometimes you're like, you can't believe some of the things you do, can you? It's all good fun. It's all good fun. There we go, that's that one. Right. Next, we've got two more left to do. So here is, oh, which was the one with the, actually, I haven't put the ribbon in there, have I? So what I did for this, I have this lovely green ribbon, which is too wide for the, go through the holes from the ribbon punch there. So what I did, I just cut it down. Put my bits and pieces that I cut off the edges, I just stick in my fibres box. That's not a box, it's a honey pot. Got a little beehive honey pot, and that's where my fibres go. That'll go in there. So I've shut the door to the craft room because my craft room is the warmest room in the house and seems to get the most sunshine, as you can see. So I just cut that. And so my pets all want to come in here. Because we've got my daughter's dog as well at the moment, she wants to come in here. So I've had to shut the door to keep, and she's a yapper, my daughter's dog's a yapper, you heard her on the last video. So I've had to shut the door to keep the pets out, but now I'm absolutely sweltering. How nice does that green look against that? I think green is the only accented colour I've put in this journal. So that just pulls through there. But what I've done is I've just put a little bit of glue on the back. I'm only putting the hope so. Just popped a little bit of glue on the back. Just to hold it in line across. That's pretty, isn't it? Do you like that? Right. Where are we up to now? We are up to these. So this one. Or this one. Let's just pinky it around. This one, I have decided to just get a little bit more. This is the Distress Oxide Seedless Preserve. I like this one very much. And this one is this way up. It's got a little tiny envelope that I've just put on, but there's nothing in the envelope. I've edged this one in gold, as you can see, and I put a line. That's one where I took them off individually. I didn't think spaced them too bad, but I hadn't realised they cut off in strips. Right, so this one would go here. We could actually just make, I'm thinking of a little pocket or something, but beauty is in simplicity. I suppose we could, and we could then put a ticket in there, couldn't we? Yeah, I think we'll do that. So I just need to glue around these edges. So I've completely changed my mind on what I was going to do. Never mind, that's what we do. That's what we do as we work along. We have one plan and then do something completely different. So that will go there. Actually, just move it up there, off the daisy. And then this is the ticket. So we'll just edge the ticket. Edge it up the back. It's clear on the back there, so I don't need to put paper on the back because it is clear. That is lifting, so let's just glue that back down. There we go. And then if we do this, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. It's the printer's foil. Just put that on, and off. So lovely. Doing my washing today. Put wash in. I'm going to... oh, so sorry. I've got my gilding polish. I'm just going to gild around the edges. Just using my finger. Just dipping my finger in and round. All shimmering golden there. It's really catching. Just put a little bit on the back. It does, when you put this bit of gold on, I think it does give it that vintage feel. This is one of the best things I've ever invested in. I got the other colours as well, but the gold is my turn 2 one. So, look how shiny that is. So that goes lovely with the cherub, and then like this Edwardian lady with the roses. We just pop that in there, like that. That's pretty. I know she's covered up, but she's there as a surprise when you take the card out. That's that one. And the last one. Oh no. Oh no, I was enjoying doing these. I say oh no, but it's good really, because now I know all my ephemera is made for that journal, that pink journal. So it's a case of stitching it and adding all these bits and bobs. Do you want to see me stitch it? I'm just going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. If anybody has an absolute burning desire to see me stitch it, let me know and I will stitch it on camera. If not, I will do it in the comfort of my craft room in privacy instead of the comfort of my craft room with everybody watching me. Just having a drink there. Right, so this one I made a flower out of the threads. I put lace on. There's a butterfly and there's some roses. I think the butterfly is a Tim Holtz. The roses are Tim Holtz as well. So I was going to put something on here. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go rogue. I'm going to cut that like that. Put that on there. And then tuck the bits in. Oh, I like that. Like it. I like it a lot. Let's glue it on. I'm going to glue the whole of it down. You could leave it open as a tuck if you want to, but I'm not. So I'm going to glue that on the corner of there. I like the butterfly peeping out of there. Then I've got these two. I've got a little tab and a ticket. No, 2 little tabs. Tags. Just go around them. I'm excited to use up some scraps this afternoon. My mojo, while I was ill, my mojo virtually completely went. And it's only now I realise how poorly I actually was. But now I feel good. Looking forward to church. Looking forward to seeing my friends. So that'll be good. Catching up on what's been going on. Oh. I'm going to go catch up. We've been offered my Stitch and Craft group have got some funding to provide some sort of mindfulness stitching in the community. So we've been offered at my church these packs of going to be a pack, and there'll be pieces of fabric in, there'll be scissors, there'll be needles, there'll be cottons and threads, there'll be an embroidery hoop. and we've been offered it for mindfulness meditation. So we do have a meditation group, and somebody's offered from the Stitch and Textile group to come down so to do the stitching mindfulness meditation. But I don't know if my churches are going for it. I think they all think you have to be amazingly crafty and amazingly talented at stitching, but as you know, you don't. So I want to go and see, I mean, I do the meditation group with Janet, but I'm going to go and see Janet and say, come on, this is something we need to be looking at. I'm going to go around these edges with the gilding polish. I mean, to have that opportunity for people to get those little packs and take home, because quite often people within meditation groups at church and what have you, some, you know, have been bereaved and I might have mental health problems at the moment, stresses and strains of just daily life, particularly with this cost of living crisis and things. So I think it would be good to do. I just need to persuade them that it is. Slow stitching is called meditative stitching. And it will be good for them. Right. There we go. I like both of those. I'm going to pop them in there. In they go, in the little pocket. So they're in there. We need something on there. We always need Tim Holtz Distress Oxide, don't we, whatever we do. That's on there. And I am very, very simply just going to do my gold again, because I'm going to, so that I'm keeping the theme going across my embellishments. Then everything coordinates. Such a pleasure ripping that off. And we could then pop a... Oh, I'm going to show you something else too. I'm going to do something else to this. Let's pop the daisy on, which is the right way. Pop a daisy on. There we go. Where have I put the lid? There it is. There's a daisy. Pink it up. Do I want to put a little butterfly stamp on? No, I'm going to leave it as that. Right. I bought these white acrylic markers called Funsils. And they come in a box like this. It's 5 markers, all different sizes. And this is a tip I got off Laurie Marie Jenkins. And it's a way to add just depth and excitement to your work. So you literally just press. And can you see the white dots? I got these Funsils off Amazon, by the way. And it just adds a little bit more, a little bit extra dimension. So I'm going to put some across the top here, because I've used these on my other ones that I'd finished embellishing the other day. And I think it just looks ever so pretty to add the dots. Let's go back through and have a look if we want any more dots. Oh, we could definitely add some dots to the little boy and his dog. Yeah, so easy to do. I find it very, very therapeutic as well. I'm going to put some down here, the edge of this one. Go around the bottom. That's gone mad. It's just a simple touch, but I think it is very, very effective. Yeah, do you agree? This one, I'm going to put them like this. Like that all the way around. Oh, shake with the top on. Note to self. But I'm going to go mad and put another layer. I'm going to put 2 layers. Yeah? The dotty look. I just like that. These up with a bit of paper. The dotty look. We could add some to this as well. Don't press too hard and I get a big blob. Getting carried away. Getting carried away here. We had my son had a tutor at university, not at uni, at college, called Jean, and just doing these like a little bit like scallop shapes, bit wavy, and Jean, my son, although he got all sort of really good grades in business, that's what he was doing at college. She used to be ringing me up because I'm trying to put that on there. He wasn't the most. What's the word? He was always late, is the word. He got distinctions throughout, but he was always late. And Jean used to ring me up and she'd say, he's not in. Sharon, I'd say. So eventually I got to the point where I'd pick up the phone and I'd go, oh, what is it, Jean? Where is he? What's going on? So now at home, if there's anything sort of a bit untoward with my son or with any of us, we'll just go, what is it, Jean? Because everybody, every morning I'd be like, oh, what is it, Jean? What is it, Jean? So we use that, and still we'll go, what is it, Jean? When there's something going a bit wrong. So no offence to anybody called Jean, it's just our family fun. Look at those. Don't you think those white dots have just added so much? Let me zoom in. Can you see them? Stood up now so I can see exactly what's going on. So even with the pearls, I think the white dots look really good fun. So that is this box. You get these. It's got 5 in them, and they come in this tube, which once I've took apart, it's very difficult to get that together. But it is called a Funcils or Funkils white acrylic markers. There's all the different sizes, from a tiny one right up to this. Look at that. Woohoo! Big dobber. What I'd do with that one, I don't know. But I'm sure at some point. Oh, and we've got a little tiny one as well. A tiny one. So there's a good range of sizes. So Funcils, I recommend them. Recommend them. Feed me doodles. And that idea, the white dots, I got from Laurie Marie Jenkins. So thank you for watching, everybody. Let me know if you want to see me stitch my book together. If not, I'll just get my book stitched and do a flip through. So here are all the tags I've made for the book. I think there'll be too many, so I will probably may give some of these away in my racks, or I might put some in my shop. There you go. So that is my collection, all made from my masterboard. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Sorry about the light. There's no way I was stopping the sunshine from coming in. I'm going to go and have some lunch. Some feta cheese and tomatoes and celery. If you've enjoyed my video, please hit my subscribe button. Thank you. Bye bye.